Just because someone chooses to call themselves a godly man or a godly woman, that does not mean that they possess the attributes of one. We live in a culture where many people know how to say things that they know other people want to hear. They know how to articulate the words in such a way to make themselves look good in order to gain the trust of others, even when they do not have their best interests. But let's not be like that. Let's not just call ourselves godly just because we want to make ourselves look good and attract certain people we like. Let's also be intentional about living for God and be intentional about living out what we profess. Your standards need to be higher than just finding someone who looks good and hear them say all the right things. Anyone can tell you what you want to hear, but how will you respond if their actions are not consistent with what they say? And how will you respond when your boundaries start getting tested? Are you going to give into the pressure to abandon certain convictions you live by, all because you like what you see? Where's the self-control and discipline in that? Your relationship with Christ is the most important thing that you can have. So don't be afraid of losing people in life because you refuse to compromise your faith to do what they want. You just keep being faithful to Christ. And don't be afraid of looking odd and strange in front of others because you value your sexual purity. You just keep on being faithful to Christ. There's always going to be people that call themselves a godly man or a godly woman with no intentions of living for God, all because they think that calling themselves that makes them look good in front of others. But we are not going to be like that. We are going to be intentional about living for Christ. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do."